I hate cardio, which isn't surprising because I hate all forms of exercise, but I still perform cardio almost every day. So what tricks do I use to turn something I hate into a regular part of my life without feeling completely miserable? Firstly, I picked the cardio exercise that I hate the least, which if you haven't already done so, please watch the video that I will link above entitled, I Hate Cardio, How I Burn Fat Without Running, Biking, or Elliptical Hell, where I explain what cardio exercise I use and why I selected it. After you choose the least offensive exercise, the next step is to try and entertain yourself as best possible, which for me involves an iPad with my favorite YouTube content, as this helps pass the otherwise boring cardio time faster and engages my mind away from the incredibly redundant activity. If you choose a cardio exercise where watching internet videos or TV is not possible, then you can use headphones with your smartphone to listen to music or podcasts, which will provide you with the same type of needed distraction. But there's another trick that has helped me to make a cardio workout seem easier than it actually is. My chosen cardio workout time is 30 minutes. And for me to perform a mildly strenuous activity for 30 minutes is mildly torturous, even as I watch videos to distract myself, because 30 minutes feels like an eternity when it involves activity I'd rather not be doing. So I decided to trick my mind into believing the workout is shorter than it actually is by dividing it up into 2 sets of 15 minutes, rather than 1 set of 30, which simply means I perform my cardio for 15 minutes, stop for a minute, then perform the next 15 minutes. The reason this seems so much easier is because my mind perceives the first 15-minute set as a 15-minute cardio workout, not 30, which is much easier for me to mentally digest and devote myself to. Then once those 15 minutes pass by and my treadmill shuts down, I know that I have only one 15-minute set left, and doing cardio this way feels much easier to me than just setting the clock for 30 minutes of non-stop activity, even though I only took a minute break between the two 15-minute sets. That 1 minute isn't a physical break, because I could complete one set of 30 minutes without my body giving out on me, but that break in between sets is the mental reset, where I can divide the workout in two 15-minute segments so it feels far more tolerable. Everything begins in the mind, so in order to conquer life, we have to learn how to manipulate our mind to get what we want out of each day. This little trick sounds as if it shouldn't be of any benefit, but for me it turns what otherwise feels like an insurmountable 30 minutes of mental torture into a reasonable 15-minute commitment, even though it ultimately ends up being two 15-minute sets, which totals 30 minutes. When I set the clock for 15 minutes before my first set, I experience a much different feeling mentally as compared to setting the same clock for one set of 30 minutes, and that helps the workout feel much easier, even though in reality, it's the same workout. I also use this method when lifting weights, in that if I have 9 exercises to do in a workout, I will focus on them in groups of 3, so that mentally it feels like a far less daunting task. The concept of this mind trick is no different than if you had a goal of writing a book, and you focused on 1 page at a time rather than obsessing over the 100 total pages you have to write, which makes the process feel much more realistic. By taking a process and dividing it down into smaller segments, you give the mind a sense that the task is easier, which makes you more likely to follow through, and any trick that helps me follow through is one that I will never stop using. Please subscribe to the Incredibody YouTube channel, as I will be releasing weekly videos that will help you transform your body and life.